Hey, don't click away. Today I will be showing you how to use Nasan's laminating molds on Samsung screens. What is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in and checking out this episode. I'm Javi Guzman with Mr. Phone Doctor. I am a tech enthusiast who specializes in mobile device repair, refurbishing equipment, and training. If you're familiar with working on Samsung curved screens, you will know how big of a role your mold plays to get a good bubble-free lamination. If you're using an airbag machine like this Nasan Supa Lite, you will need a low-profile mold like these to fit inside the laminating chamber. These Nasan molds are laser cut to fit the screen of choice perfectly, covering the OLED and allowing room for the glass to sit over. These come in at an affordable price of $85 and can be found on our website. So let's begin showing you how to laminate a Samsung S10 Plus screen in our Nasan Supa Lite using its designated mold. The first step before we laminate is we always want to make sure that we have a clean OLED when we're applying the glass and Oka onto it. And to keep our area clean, we like to use this Refox DF40 desktop cleaner. This little guy works wonders, and it does help reduce any kind of dust particles in your air. Let's give this screen a nice cleaning with some ISO 99. That looks good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the OLED on its side like so. Always make sure to clean the glass. There's little particles in every little area, so you want to make sure this is nice and clean. And when you want to reveal, you want to make sure your glass is upside down like so nothing falls on it. And we're going to just go in with the OLED and just give it a little turn. And I'm peeking inside where the camera punches are at to make sure that this OLED is square on center. Once you feel that it's good, you just want to walk it down with your right hand, and then we just give one press in the middle. Boom. That's it. Once we have that there, we like to arrange some Scotch tape. What I like to do is I like to tape the mold. So you have this mold, it's precisely cut, which is great, but if you notice with the flexes on these, anytime you have a flex on the lower edge like so, it's going to end up causing this frame to kind of bow to the right. See how we're off right here on this edge? You're off on this lower left because of this flex pushing on it. So what I like to do is just get a little bit of Scotch tape, and I'm just going to put some tape right here, and we're going to line this, okay? And you always want to make sure that you're aligning this mold where the corners go in to the bottom of the OLED. See that right there, like so? Once you feel comfortable that you're in a good spot, attach the tape, keep it from moving, and we'll do one last piece of tape on the left side. Now the key with this mold is it's going to expand, okay? So as it presses down, it's going to expand, it's going to press those corners. Where you can see, let me show you how I have that aligned. You see that? That'll give us a nice little press. So let's introduce the Nasan Supa Lite. Now, Nasan does come with this. This is for your flat screens. You won't be using this mold. We're going to be using the curved mold that are designed for these, okay? Let's set this in like so. And we will close it. And we will start. So it's running. So right now, for the first 30 seconds, you have the vacuum sucking all the air out of the chamber. After those 30 seconds is up, it switches gears and it blows air into it and creates a laminator, thus popping up the airbag, which you'll see here. All right, the vacuum has pressed. All right, you can see now the press has gone and it has laminated the screen. All right, we're done. Let's reveal. And yeah, you see we did get a lot of trap bubbles in there. Yeah, that's because when I was handling it, we had a lot of bubbles that came in there. So just do it quickly, guys. For video's sake, I did get a little bit of bubbles. I'm not too hopeful that those are going to come out, but if you do see those, just abort what you're doing and just end up cutting it and redoing it all, okay? That way you don't have to worry about cutting it while it's laminated, because once it's laminated, to rework it, it's tough. This is some tough OCA and glass, okay? Yeah, you can see that. Almost beautiful, man. Man, we were close. We have a few little bubbles. Other than that, alignment looks spot on. Let's put this in the autoclave and let's cross our fingers, see if these are gonna go away. Good thing is I do have a couple more screens, so I'll make sure to do those quicker without having to handle the screen and cause it to have this kind of problem again. All right, and to autoclave, we're gonna use our B2 Plus machine. This is this one here. Really great little machine, does everything. So for this one, since there is quite a lot of bubbles, I'll put it in for 13 minutes. Turn it on, open the chamber. We will load our screen. 45 degrees Celsius is fine. That's what we usually run it on. So double tap to start. And it's running. You can see the PSI gauge. I believe I have it at a 0.7. There we go. 0.7. We'll wait, and then we will come back in 13 minutes to check this out. But in the meantime, I do have a couple more screens. All right, so we want to clean. This little dust cleaner works great. Overall, I'm happy with it. Look how clean that is. Oh, got it out of the zone. A little bubble, a little dust fell on it. Okay, good. So there we are. Note 9, once again. Let's get the pull tab ready. Okay. Clean the glass once again. Now I'll do this method with it face down so I could show you this other way of doing it. See that? We'll get our OLED, and we need to get a bird's eye view, so my head's gonna cover up the top camera, but see, you just set it up there on top, and you never want to press it, because like if you ever needed a board, you can always just pull the OLED out like this. It never will just grab on there unless you press down on it. So that's the beautiful part about these curved, is that you can actually pull and readjust. Just whenever you pull, always make sure that you pull, you know, long ways with the OLED. So if you're like this, you want to pull it. You never want to pull up, because you'll end up folding right here on the edge and it'll end up killing it. So, okay, so we'll set this in here and we'll walk it down like so. Bada bing, bada boom, one touch in the middle, done. All right, so we have our Note 9 mold, which is the same as S10 Plus. Let me get my pieces of tape ready. There we go. And we will align this. There we go. And let's get the other side. All right, make sure it's aligned. Once we see it's good, lightly press it. That's it. Good. Introduce our good old Supa Lite. Open it up, and we're gonna keep the same settings. That's the best part about this, you know. So we'll set this here, latch it down, and we will begin. All right, so the laminating has begun. All right, laminating is done. Let's take a peek. Now this is what you want to see whenever you're laminating. So you see how there's very minimal bubbling, but those guys are all cook out in our autoclave. Autoclave is still being used, so I'll set this aside and we will cut back in 3 minutes once this one finishes up. All right, time has passed. Let's take a look. Let's see what we have. Ooh, she's a beauty. Look at that. All the bubbles that I thought weren't gonna go away went away. Amazing. And look at that, no dust or anything at all. This is like a perfect screen. I don't see any imperfections or dust particles thanks to our Refox DF40. So that is an S10 Plus. Let's go ahead and rock and roll with our Note 9 that we just did that had a few minor bubbles right along the edge. And we'll do this one the same, 13 minutes. Typically also curved screens, since you have a curve there, you do want to do the 13, okay? So let's start this one. While this one cooks in the autoclave for 13 minutes, let's do our Note 10. All right, so you'll notice this one does have an S Pen flex up on top. Me personally, I like to tape this flex down on the bottom. That way you don't have it bowing and pressing up on the foam pad. When you tape it down, it sits nice and flat onto the OLED. So I just like to kind of stretch it out, and we'll lay a little scotch tape like so. So this will keep it nice and flat. Now it's safe for us to clean the OLED. There we have it, nice clean screen. So let's get a pull tab ready, and we will do our overhead alignment. I'm gonna get the bottom right corner, get it started. Good. Okay, so we'll clean all this, and we will reveal. Now we will align OLED. Alright, that looks beautiful. There we go. One press in the middle once you confirm. We got it. It's good. And we have our mold. Note 10. They are all indicated so you'll know which one is which. And same thing, you're gonna always want to start with the bottom of the flex. See that? Just make sure that we have it all nice aligned right there. Now on this one, you really won't need to tape the bottom because it's a nice smooth channel. The OLED just sits in there. There's no shifting due to a flex pressing the mold, okay? So we may be able to just run this one straight in. All right, push start. And we wait. So we'll let this run. I'm gonna cut right here and we'll return back after the laminating process has finished. Alright, laminating has finished. So we can reveal the finished Note 10 that we just did. And you can see how beautiful she is looking. Very few minimal bubbles. Alignment is spot on. Looking good. Very simple. Just follow instruction and you shouldn't have any issues using these Nasan molds, okay? So let's reveal our Note 9 that just finished. There it is. She's a beaut. Back to back. Look at that. Two really good laminated screens. But our last final screen is our Note 10. So let's put this in here. Let this run for the 13 minutes. And we will reveal and finish up. Alright, time is up. Let's reveal the last screen that we laminated using the Nasan molds. And here we have it. Another beauty. Dust free and best of all, bubble free, thanks to these precise laser cut Nasan molds. Now the last final step on this is to UV each screen. We have a UV machine that we set these in for about 2 minutes, and that actually hardens the OC on here so that way you don't have any kind of delayed or return bubbles that come back. So stick to this glass in Oka and you won't have any return bubble, guys, okay? 3 good screens. Bubble free and, like I said, dust free thanks to the Refox DF40. So that's gonna wrap up my video, guys. I really hope you guys got some useful information on how to use these Nasan molds. Don't spend time trying to cut molds to fit these, guys, okay? I've done it, I've tried it, and I've beat my head up and down, around, all over the place just because I couldn't get it to fit right. So spend a little bit of money. For 85 bucks you guys could get all the molds you guys need. These are all available on our website, training.mrphonedoctor.com. If you guys have any questions or need any repair or would like to see anything else, let us know. Leave a description. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Surgeon signing out. Cheers.